Alright, let's do this thing. I'm John Rickman with my review of WWE Smackdown and more Roman Reigns and Usos family drama. Hooray! In all honesty, they are finding a way to peel back layers on this, like layers on an onion, but don't rub the onions into your eye or that'll make you cry. I got a question. Who the fuck is cutting up onions or getting anywhere near onions and then rubbing them into your eyes? Who the fuck is doing that? Maybe you deserve to cry if you're going to take onions or anything and rub them into your goddamn eyes. I have no idea what this intro is. This show was fine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So we start off with Roman and Heyman with the daily dose of getting head at the table, because Roman Reigns looked really satisfied with himself getting said head at the table backstage, no doubt. And Pat McAfee says the greatest WWE superstar of all time, Roman Reigns. I love Roman, but Pat, in what fucking universe? Seriously, Roman, I don't even think Roman would be in the top 50, in all honesty. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe. We really have to think about it. If we're just talking about exclusive WWE runs, I don't know. But Roman has really been killing it in this heel role. Maybe once his career is done, maybe he will be. Anyway, these piped in chants are absolute shit. They turned up the crowd noise in the Thunderdome, the piped in crowd noise. It was insane. I can't wait until they go back out on the road, which, yes, WWE has once again been subtle. They've narrowed it down to, I don't know, about 19 million times per hour that they've been saying they're going to go back out on the road. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of crowds they can draw. So Roman was counseled by Paul Heyman about, hey, he wasn't on board with the Usos getting a shot for the tag titles tonight. But he's like, you know what? You called your shot. You better win. And he said, I'm a giver. And he's talking about two brothers that are also his cousins. That's incest. I hear banjos. You got a purty mouth, boy. Anyway, the Usos come down. They say they will win. Uso, all that. Ray and Dominik come down, and they have the match for the Smackdown tag titles. They tossed Ray into the announcers. All they had to do was toss him into Cole or scare Michael Cole, so he ran out of the Thunderdome and out of the company because Michael Cole's really bad at his job. And it's one move to Usos because they were out of cups. And now you can't unsee it. You're welcome. So, hot tag to Dominik. The Usos had to really feed Dominik is not bad. But he's got a long way to go. He's got a really long way to go. He does hit some cool splashes, but maybe he just needs to be refined a little more. I'm worried the live crowds are going to eat him alive, and it won't even be his fault. Uso kick party, but then we get a roll-up. 3 count, though the referee was on the wrong side, and Jimmy's shoulder was clearly up. And Reigns is upset and says, bring them to me, even though it was the referee's fault. So WWE is going back on the road. You know, mother. Anyway, Roman then yells at both guys, you lost to a child. I've abandoned my child. I've abandoned my boy. And he says to him, like, Jimmy, you did that. I'm Jay. Well, like, is it even going to matter anymore? Ooh, burn. Burn. Excellent. Wrong burn. Anyway, Rollins' interview. He shows up in a shower curtain that I think my grandma had back in the 70s. I wasn't even alive then. I'm just going to assume that she did. So anyway, I don't know what he said, because I couldn't hear him because the suit was so loud. He got upset at Kayla's question, I know that much, and took that off and threw it at her. Maybe that was for liking a certain video, on the internet. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Raquel Gonzalez liked it. So moving on, Gable tries to recruit the Profits. Hey, I want the smoke, because he couldn't sound more white if he tried, and they need more tag teams. For the love of God, they need more tag teams. So, the woman who looks like one of the victims of the tanning bed scene in Final Destination 3 after the tanning bed malfunctioned and burned them is calling herself the most beautiful woman in all of WWE. That is fucking laughable to me, and now I'm going to carve out, those thoughts with a fucking spoon. Because I don't want those thoughts in my head anymore. So anyway, I would do that on live stream, but that would be dangerous. So anyway, Sonya and Pierce then say that they're going to get the Usos their shot. Possibly tonight. Who knows? Liv then says she's going to give Carmella the Liv Morgan makeover. Liv's on her own because they released Ruby Riott, who's not going to be Heidi Lovelace, and the way they're going, they might release Liv. I'm not saying I want it to happen, but they're releasing people left and right. I just really hope they don't, because they have something with Liv. She's improved. Liv versus Carmella. Poor Liv. She threw around the barricade a bit, and then, God damn it, the chode of silence, and Liv tapped out, which great, good for, just send Liv home for 6 months. Or let her go to the PC, pay her, just have her sit home. The fuck, you're having her lose to Carmella, who's regressed so goddamn bad in the ring. Looks like goddamn hot Cheeto got left out on the surface of the sun. Anyway, most beautiful woman in all of WWE, Carmella. If they're saying that, I fucking give up. Pierce and Sonya tell Rey and Dominik, hey, you can't leave. You got another title shot, title shot tonight. Or you got to defend your title tonight. Dominik, okay. Dominik's just going to say yes. Why not? Here's Bianca to address her critics. And then she challenges Bayley for Hell in a Cell. I'm summarizing this promo because it doesn't really matter. Not that Bianca's promos don't matter. Bianca does actually seem like she's really trying to put emotion in here. But the verbiage is so scripted. And also the way they're doing this, like Bayley just keeps laughing at her, laughing at her, laughing at her. And then Bayley shows up on the screen and says, I've been laughing at people like you all my life. Gee, Bayley, way to channel Triple H in 2003. If you get it, you get it. Man, it's like Hulk Hogan invaded her mind for a second. So anyway, Hogan wishes he could have had that kind of hair even at that age. So she's there via satellite. And then she hacks the Thunderdome like Alexa did. And her face is all over there laughing and everything. It's the Ding Dong Dome, which sounds like a movie I saw online once by mistake. And then that was it. Just weird. It would have been genuinely creepy if we hadn't just seen Alexa do the same shit, which was shit, and whatever. I'm bored. Otis tries to recruit the Prophets. They laugh him off. He slaps Montez and tackles Dawkins. Or maybe it's the other way around. I really stopped paying attention when feuds happen that I don't care about. Get vaccinated soon, unless you still buy into the January 6th insurrection attempts being a good thing, and then you can all rot in front of your families. So, Boogs plays Nakamura to the ring. Pat was having a whole lot of fun and everything. Cole was trying to cut him down. Oh, Cole, you hate fun. You can't dance. You can't commentate. You're fucking bad at your job. I fucking hate you. Nakamura versus Corbin. You should see them in a crown. You know, I might as well just quote Billie Eilish lyrics here. But anyway, roll up. Some variation, Corbin wins. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of roll up. Doesn't matter whatever. They're always going to get a quick win. Oh, it's a surprise one. And then we get crown tackling and everything. That's going to be a crown on a pole match. Or Boogs is going to be up there in a cage with the crown and everything. You should see Boogs in a crown. It's like Bootsy Collin. No. Commander Aziz attacks Owens backstage because Aziz lied, and then he ran towards it and saw Owens and ran into him. Apollo was laughing. Owen versus Apollo. So Owen sells a beating. Apollo beats him down for what? While focuses on the back. This is the second most brutalizing pounding action I've seen of a Canadian's back on film. You don't want to know about the first. Let's just say that girl probably didn't walk straight for a week. This is weird. He does a pop-up powerbomb, but eventually gets hit. You know, just gets pounded down too much because, again, pounded down repeatedly on your back. 1, 2, 3, and there you go. But Owens, you know, will get another shot. Now, I don't mind him doing this, but Owens, I am convinced at this point, they're just going to have him lose a whole bunch and then maybe send him to NXT or so. I don't know what else you could do with Owens. I don't know what you could do. And then here's Sammy to kick Owens in the head. It's called karma. And then the Profits, try to do a serious promo knocking Otis and Gable. And here's the thing. If they hadn't done all the comedy bullshit with the Viking Raiders and a bunch of other stuff, might have taken it more seriously. Too bad. Anyway, Rey and Dominik versus the Usos. Again, Smackdown tag titles. Again, copy and paste until Dominik looks like he's about to hit the frog splash, even though he took about 14 years to get up there, because Roman says, okay, you were supposed to win the tag titles, but boom, I'm going to hit this kid. I'm going to beat up this child. And then Roman, basically fist raised Big Dom right there, because why can't I make this more uncomfortable? And then he spears Rey, stares at Dominik, he chokes out Dominik, and Jimmy's like, let him go, what the hell are you doing? Beat down and bomb to Dominik, if you will, bomb with the bomb, bomb, there we go. The show was fine. It was also lazy, but there was fine storytelling with Roman and the Usos. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Agree, disagree what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.